Hey y'all. All right, we're back. I'm back on the 360, and I would like to go ahead and start this video off by saying thank you so much for subscribing. I really do appreciate that. Also, thank you for all the likes and the shares and the thumbs ups and the comments. It's just been great. Thank you very much. But today, while I'm back on the 360, what am I doing? I am going to be putting the cam in. So all the cam bearings are lubricated, cleaned, ready to go. Camshaft is cleaned to within an inch of its life, and it's ready to go. So it needs to be lubricated now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my lubriplate on just the cam journals. Okay, so I'm not going to put it on the lobes. Matter of fact, I've got something for that, and it's this right here. Okay, so comp cams break-in lube, that'll go there. My lifters are in here. They're inside here. So, and of course, the lid doesn't want to come off. So it's very tight. So here we go. Yeah, my lifters are down inside there. They've been in there for 3 or 4 days, soaking, getting all the air out of them. What I'm going to do today is I'm just going to concern myself with the camshaft and its installation and pass along any kind of information I can about doing that job, and pass on that information to you all. Okay, this is an aftermarket cam. I have lost the packaging for this cam a long time ago, as well as I lost the cam card. But I did measure the journals. I measured the lift and used that mathematical equation and came up with a 445 lift. I'm thinking this is probably an old Summit Racing camshaft. I did some trading with a friend of mine years ago and wound up with a Summit Racing camshaft. I believe this is it. So, anyway, this is kind of exciting for me because it's like, this is another step down, another step taken care of, another step taken care of to get me closer to, completing the engine. So this is always exciting. So okay. All right. Now, we're trying to get some of this excess grease off my fingers before I handle the camera. So what we're going to do is next I'm going to put the cam in. I need to set you all up somewhere so you can see pretty good. Okay. Let's see what you're seeing. Of course, that's not going to work. Okay. Basically, you know what? I just spied a better place. I think it's a better place. If I can get this to work, I think it'll be great for you all. You can see really good. Okay. That's not too bad. Now my hands are got a lot of oil all over them, so I'm not terribly concerned about handling this. We want to be careful because we don't want this gear to nick the cam bearings. Okay, we want to be careful. You want to go ramming this thing in there. Okay. Now, the very back journal is different size than the rest of them. Okay, like this front one is different size than this front one here, or this one is different than this one here. So. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting my finger inside here to help lift up the cam and pick up on the back of it to help guide it through. Again, I don't want to like go ramming this thing in here at all. I want it to be careful, you know, easy going, you know. Now, some folks will have like a bolt out here in the front of the camshaft, and they'll have a bolt out there. That's not a bad idea either. I don't normally do that. You know, this is basically how I go about doing it. You got to get all the journals lined up, and then they'll go together. Now, I've went through here and I've lubricated all my bearings. So some folks will just lubricate just the cam journals, and then they're like, okay, it's good. But no, I'm doing the whole thing. So. There we go. Now, there we go. Okay. That was really nice. That was really, really great. Now, you notice I haven't put the lube on the cams themselves. Okay, I haven't put that on yet. The reason why is because I wanted to wait and put it in when the camshaft is all the way inside the block. Okay, now there is going to be one lobe up here I'm going to have trouble getting to. So, just now seeing that, so I'm going to back this out and I'm going to get to that one that's close up here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put the lube on it. So, I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. And as you can see, I pulled the cam all the way out. I just went ahead and pulled it the rest of the way out. Went ahead and lubed it up. I was going to try to be smart and avoid some of the mess, you know. So, anyway. So, yeah. Yeah, I figured up the lift on these on this cam, and it comes out to being something like 445 on the intake, and then 442 on the 442 on the exhaust. So this cam lube is really, really, really sticky. So. There we go. Like I said before, you got to be careful with this stuff. You got to be careful. You got to be patient when you're assembling an engine anyway. You're putting the engine together. You just got to be patient. It's you got to know when to use your muscle, but you got to know when to use your brains. So there we go. Get this lubed up. Now some of this, I'm going to put some of this comp lube on the ends. And you'll see some folks, they'll just dab a little bit there on the tip of the cam, on the nose of it there, and they'll just let it go. Go ahead and put it the rest of the way in the engine and be done with it. I guess you can do that. Some folks do. I'm not so crazy about that. I'm a little more thorough, I guess, or picky, whatever you want to call it. But let's see. Now, if you on this back bearing, if you've got a lot of lubricant in there, you may have to take some of it out because you may be pushing against that lubricant and it's maybe hydraulicking back here. So that's something to keep in mind. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so we got that in there. See this back bearing back here. If you have too much lubricant in there, you may, if you've really packed it in there, which I don't recommend, but if you have, it may make it hard to put this in there. Okay, so ask me how I know. Okay, so all right, let's get y'all set up here. Okay, now, okay, I think we're gonna go ahead and do the lifters real quick. They've been soaking, like I showed you earlier, they've been soaking in that oil. I don't see no reason to go ahead, not to go ahead and do it. So, yep, oh yeah. Everything looks really nice. So, I'm gonna get those lifters and I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, we're back. All right, I've got my first lifter I'm going to go ahead and put in. I drained some of the oil out of the container that had the lifter submerged in. There we go. Now, when you're doing this, what I like to do is I like to submerge the lifters in oil. Reason being, gets the air pockets out of the lifter. Gets oil down in there. Now, I did not pump them up, but I did submerge them in oil. The oil I used is a high zinc racing formula. It's a Valvoline. There we go. Now, when you're putting them in there, you just want to ease them in there. You don't want to force them. Okay? You want to let the lifter bore guide the lifter on down in there. Okay? I just wipe off the excess oil off the tip, off the flat here. There we go. I just keep moving down the line here, getting all 16 of them put in. These particular lifters are the Naughties. Now when you're putting an engine together, you will make a mess. Sorry I left you on cliff hanging there for just a second. But you will make a mess. Alright, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to put the rest of these in, because if I don't, the video is going to be way too long. So I'll be right back in just a minute. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Got almost all of the lifters in. I saved one last one, the last one here, because there was a little bit of information I wanted to impart with you all. Now, why am I taking this so very seriously? Well, there's a very good reason. You see, the way this lifter is, see how it's made like that? It's made that way. It's machined this way so that when the lifter is in the bore going up and down on that lobe, on that cam lobe, it will push it up, and when it does, it turns it just a little bit. Every time it turns it just a little bit. That's how this avoids any kind of failure. Okay? So, another thing you want to do is you want to make sure and move the lifter manually by hand up and down, all of them. So that's something you want to do, or that's something you want to try to do. If you like this number one cylinder right here, which I believe is the exhaust lifter, exhaust lobe, I have to pull on the outside of it. This lube, this cam lube, is very, very sticky. It is really sticky stuff, almost like glue. So, okay, that's done. Next thing I need to do is I need to install my key, little half moon key. Then I need to install my timing set, the crank gear, and the cam gear. And then I'm going to try and get a degree wheel. And then once I get a degree wheel, I'm going to try and degree the cam. My very first time doing it, I want to learn how to do it. I've watched a ton of videos on it. I've read about it. I think I can do it, but there's only one true way to know, and that's for me to go and do it. You know, after a while of reading and studying and learning, sooner or later, you got to go and you got to get your hands dirty and get in there and do it. So, you know, but I would like to, so anyway, it's around here. Yes. So, yes, I thank you for watching. Okay. And also, cleaning all this off here. Anyway, yes, thank you for watching. And also, we're up to 140 subscribers, so that's pretty awesome to me. Okay. It's took me a while to get here, so hopefully I can carry on and get some more subscribers and make this bigger and bigger and bigger, you know. Okay, so this low button Mopar thing can be a big thing. Okay. But I will be attending some more shows lately. Here in the next few days, I've got a show I'm going to go to. I will be making a video of that, and I will be showing you all. So I want to share that with you all. It's a Cars and Coffee event in Knoxville, Tennessee. So, but this 360 won't be ready in time, unfortunately. So, but that's okay, because I've always got the 239 in the truck and the D150 that I can use, and so that'll be fine. But I want to thank you again for watching, and God bless. And if you have, of course, if you have any questions whatsoever about any of this that you saw on this video or any other videos, you know what to do. Put them down below. I'll do my very best to help you out and answer your questions as best I possibly can. Thank you very much, and God bless.